Hello everyone, my name is Danielle. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how I styled my kitchen and dining nook for the fall. I added lots of warm tones and natural elements, giving these rooms a beautiful, warm, modern, rustic feel. Most of the items are thrifted, so I'm excited to show you how you can elevate your space without spending a lot of money. I thrifted these beautiful chairs with a dramatic skirt for $32, and I'm adding fall art pieces using thrifted frames along with other goodies. So let's get started. Let's start in the kitchen. Before diving into decorating, I baked a delicious apple pie that I want to share with you. I'll leave the recipe for you in the description box below. Apple pie is such a cozy classic, and I tend to make a lot of it in the fall. Since I am baking while decorating, I'll show you how it turned out once the kitchen is all decorated. Okay, let's get started. This is our kitchen. It is a galley-esque type of kitchen, so I did not have to add too many items, which is great. I'm going to start over here on this side. I'm starting by adding these books that I recently picked up secondhand from thriftbooks.com. I chose these three not only because I will use them, but their colors are perfect for fall styling. Next to that, I placed a mini lamp that I already had. This glass cloche and wooden base is a thrifted piece that I got for $3. I removed the lid and placed these marble pears on top that you may remember from my last video. On the other side, I'm adding these breadboards and wood tray to add some warmth over here. Now for art, I'm using this thrifted frame and I'm replacing this glass piece. I actually thought that the person who made it is really talented. I was wondering how they achieved that gold leaf look on the front, and when I removed the piece from the back, I realized that they just used foil and colored glass, which is genius. I might actually try that DIY one day. The piece that I am replacing it with is this free image from Open Access. I secured it back in place, and I love this image. To achieve this paintbrush texture, I painted clear matte Mod Podge on the image. This candle is from HomeGoods. I placed it here, but temporarily, as you will see soon. I really wanted to add a touch of greenery in the corner next to the stove instead of having the candle there, so I made a quick trip to Trader Joe's and picked up this olive tree. I had my eye on this for a while, and I knew that it would be perfect in this spot. I placed it in a vintage planter and just love how it looks here. I shifted these plants over and added this mini pumpkin. With the countertop decorated, I wanted to add curtains. I found this set at the thrift store and they were only $2. I really love the colors and the knitted details on the bottom. Since I love styling the window ledge from time to time, this curtain's shape is perfect. It frames the space beautifully without blocking the ledge, making it easy to display decor pieces. Over here is a cart that we use for some overflow that can't fit into our cabinets. I went to HomeGoods and picked up this vase. I did DIY a couple that look similar to this a few months ago and still have them. They're just in other rooms of the house. I really like this one from HomeGoods because it is much bigger than the ones that I have, and it's exactly the size that I wanted here in this corner. Then I placed these beautiful stems from HomeGoods in the space. I love the color and mildewy finish on these. I wanted to create a little tea corner here, so I added my favorite teas along with spoons topped with pumpkins. And to finish it off, I placed this art piece in the back to tie everything together. And this is how the pie turned out. This is definitely one of the best apple pies that I have ever made. Baking the crust first is something that I have never done before, and it really makes a difference. The crust is so flaky and buttery. I will leave the recipe below for you all. If you are new here, this is our dining room or breakfast nook. It is quite small, but it is the perfect size for our little family. Although small, I definitely try to add decor pieces that are elevated, but that do not make the space feel cramped. The last time that I showed you all this dining room, most of you suggested that I add a second shelf below this one, so I went ahead and did that recently. When I decorate, there's always a piece, big or small, that influences how I style a space, and this is it. This is an art piece from Hobby Lobby that I recently purchased about a month ago that I absolutely love. I love the soft neutral palette and the torn edges. The tones in this is what definitely inspired the direction I took in our dining room. In my last video, I showed you these curtains that I thrifted. These also match the artwork perfectly and is another piece that heavily influenced my vision for the room. The first thing that I did was I added the curtains to the windows. I am going to use both panels on this window. I love the layered look and how the sheer material softens this space and adds a romantic touch. The sunlight gives the curtains a bit of a burgundy or orange tint on camera, but it is this beautiful taupe color that you saw earlier. Next, I added this vase that I DIY'd a few months ago, along with this beautiful mixture of magnolia stems from Michael's, and to brighten things up, I included these sedum stems that I purchased earlier this year for the spring. I'll leave the links for these below. I wanted to add something next to this arrangement, and while thrifting a few months ago, I found this frame. It's not perfect, but I do love it. I love the tones of the wooden frame, the linen mat, and the brass accent framing the center. I found this owl image for free on Open Access and printed it at my local pharmacy. I'll leave the link for this below in case you're interested. The frame already had old dried stems, and while they've definitely seen better days, I thought it would be fun to actually keep a few and layer them over the owl image. Adding these dried florals bring in a natural element with a nice subtle 3D textural feel. I put it all back together and tucked it right next to this arrangement. This is a beautiful ornate glass tray that I thrifted. I placed star anise on the inside because spices like this remind me of fall, and I also love the shape of these. I then added this trio of iron tripod candle holders on the opposite side, also thrifted. When I took a step back though, I felt like everything was a bit too dark over here, so I replaced this vase with one that I DIY'd a while ago to add some contrast to the brown. It instantly brightened the corner, and I'm so happy that I made this decision. I also decided to swap out the candles for lighter ones that I already had on hand. Now moving over to the shelves, I started by adding these wood cutting boards to add height on this side, along with these two brass bud vases. And these are beautiful plates that you may recognize if you saw my last thrifting video. I went to HomeGoods recently and found these cute mini pumpkins and thought it would look great in a glass vase. So I poured them into this vase that I already had and placed it on the shelf and added a little friend for the owl on the radiator cover. These are the same candles that I was going to place in the kitchen. I love the color of these. It has a beautiful buttery caramel undertone that gives it softness and warmth, making it rich and seasonal without being overly bold. And this is a pumpkin from Dollar Tree that I DIY'd. Another thrift find are these beautiful glass mugs. In my last video, one of you suggested adding votive candles, so that's exactly how I styled them. They're too beautiful to hide away, so I added tea light candles and displayed them on the shelf. I felt like something was missing and the shelves needed a little something extra, so I grabbed a few branches from a bush in our backyard and added them to this vase with the mini pumpkins. I love how they draw the eye upward and add some height. Let's talk dining chairs. Skirted chairs are back in style and I am so here for it. Serena and Lily and Birch and Lane have gorgeous ones, but they're pricey, up to $1,500 per chair. So I checked out my local thrift store last week and I found this set of 4 for just $32. They're not as modern as I'd like, but their charm fits our traditional Tudor style home perfectly. I love the warm brown tones and that skirt detail is gorgeous. They did have a few stains and cat scratches, but really great bones, no bad smells, and nothing was broken. The chairs did have these tassels on the back, and since it didn't fit my style, I decided to remove them. Once those were off, I gave all of the chairs a deep clean. I started off by vacuuming them. I then hosed them down and sprayed diluted simple green, letting that sit for 30 minutes. Then I used my little green machine to deep clean, especially the skirts, which were the dirtiest part. I repeated the process 3 times until the water ran clean and let them air dry outside for a few days to disinfect naturally in the sun. After a few days, I brought them in and removed the pulled threads. They are such a statement piece, and that skirt is everything. It blends classic charm with an easy, relaxed elegance, and the pattern detail blends really well, so much so that the pattern is very subtle, and most times it looks like rich, solid brown chairs. I found a couple of websites selling chairs identical in shape to mine, which gave me some ideas for updating the cover later on down the road if I decide to do so. On the dining table, I'm adding this DIY paper mache bowl filled with extra Buddha nuts that I had left over from my living room styling video. And I'm also adding this iced caramel latte scented candle from At Home. To finish it off, I opened this Magnolia cookbook to a delicious lentil soup recipe that is perfect for the fall, and I added this pumpkin pillow that I already had. The new chairs, curtains, and decor really elevate the space, and since most pieces were thrifted, it all came together beautifully without spending much, which I love. I'll definitely keep you updated about what I decide to do with these chairs, whether or not I'm going to keep it or update the fabric to a neutral color. But for now, I definitely love them the way they are. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you got inspiration to make over your kitchen and dining areas for the fall. I know that a lot of content creators are ready for Christmas, but I'm definitely taking my time and I'm enjoying this fall season, and I hope that you are too. Definitely try the apple pie recipe that I shared. You will love it. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day or night. I will see you in the next video. Happy fall. Bye.